My name is Ina Irby. I'm not a therapist, I'm not a life coach, I'm a mom. I wanted to let you know that I picked up my copy of People magazine. This happened to deal with the death of Kobe Bryant. I'm so sorry for my condolences for the families affected by the deaths in this terrible crash and accident. But this is a magazine that is known nationally, and I am so very grateful for the article that they have printed about Jehovah's Witnesses and the cover-up of child molest. And it also, I'm so very grateful that a magazine is willing to do this for individuals that have been hurt by the crimes that have been done. Say that EXJW Analyzer is the one that had brought out that it's a special issue because of Kobe Bryant's death. But it's right smack in the middle. If you were to open up, there you go. Right smack in the middle. Pretty much. Features Jehovah's Witnesses on the cover-up. So once we saw his episode on that, we ran over to Barnes & Noble, my husband and I, and we picked up a couple copies. And I am so grateful that a national magazine is finally putting this up and that people will get their hands on this. I am so sorry for the families. Once again, I'm so sorry for the families that had this tragedy happen to them. But I am so grateful that people will get this and they will see it and they will hopefully be aware of the things that are happening within the organization. And if it isn't going to go away, that changes would be made and laws would be set up for people, children within the organization, to protect them. And as at least people will be aware of the abuses that have been hidden and the cruelty in which human beings have been treated. It gives me hope that people will make some changes or help Jehovah's Witnesses to make changes. The organization, this religious organization, to make changes. And there would be more protections for children and anyone who has had any sort of abuse in the organization. Because everything within it is held in-house because of Jehovah's name being reproached. They don't want Jehovah's name reproached. And because of that, they've gotten away with many, many crimes. Many crimes. So I just wanted to make sure that I let you know it is February 8th and 9th. And again, it's on the Oxygen channel. If you can find friends that you can sit and watch with, I encourage it, because these things are happening to innocent families, innocent people. When that happens to a family, in my family, I have my own family, I look at the results, and the result of what happens to a family is tragic. There is so much that comes from not getting the proper help that is needed psychologically and emotionally. And so we have a lot of problems because of the fact that this happened to our family. It was never dealt with properly in the organization. They did not provide help emotionally, spiritually, physically for my family. They did not provide the help that was necessary in order for the family to heal properly. And it didn't help the outside world as well, because that man is free. The man that molested my brother and 13 little boys is free to go inside and outside the congregation with absolutely nothing to stop him from doing it again to others inside the congregation or outside in the world around us. So, yes, I encourage you to get your copy. I do encourage you to get your copy. I hope this helps you on your healing journey. I know that these are difficult times that we all have to deal with, and it's not easy. And I heard Lloyd say that when it comes to individuals, there are certain individuals that you would hope would never come out of the organization, and I have to wholly disagree with that. You know, as a human being, if we saw an animal caged up and it was only fed certain food, had never gotten out of a cage, for instance, a dog, it's never gotten out of the cage. It doesn't know anything different. I know as a human being, I would do everything I could to plot to try and get that animal out so it could have its freedom, and so it could be acclimated to the world, to be able to step on earth if it was only caged and it didn't know anything different. I would encourage anyone, no matter what has happened to them in the organization, if they've aged to a certain point, I would get out. I would not stay. And I don't understand that reasoning. I would do everything I could to try and help to get them out, to get that dog out. And yes, it would be difficult to walk on the earth. And you see that. You've seen that when animals haven't ever walked on grass. You know, they don't know what it feels like, so it feels strange to them. It's gonna feel strange. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a psychologist, but I am a human being, and my gut feeling says you don't leave somebody, or animal or human being, in a cage without trying to help them to get out. Abused women, they never encourage a woman to go back to the abuser. Never, never. And the same with Jehovah's Witnesses, who have lived their whole lives in the organization and have had tragic things happen to them based on the decisions that they made because of what the organization had given to them, or given us. No, get out. I don't encourage you to stay at all. I don't encourage people not to say anything. I say get out, get out, get out. Freedom is frightening, yes. Just like the little dog that would come out into the world and step on the grass and learn how to eat different foods. But it's love, intense love that would help that animal to get back its soul. And the same thing with a human being. That they would get out of the organization and that there would be intense love that would help them to get back into the world, to see that the world is, that for the most part, human beings are very good. They try, and they're trying, and it's difficult, but it's like anything else. If you give someone love, they can get through it. Support, they can get through it. Yes, so get out, and don't encourage family members to stay. Get out, get out, get out, get out. I can't say it enough. I know it's a little, like I said, I'm not a therapist, but my gut feeling says get out. Well, I hope this helps you on your healing journey. Follow your bliss and be good humans.